Hello, welcome to the channel. This video is about nouns. Let's get started. Today we talk about 3 different areas. 1. Nouns with special endings, and uncountable nouns, and some nouns that could be either countable and uncountable. Let's get started. Nouns have special ending. With some other nouns, the rules are a little more difficult because some nouns that end with O, we could simply add es, but other nouns ending in O, we could just simply add s. For example, potatoes, add es, tomatoes, es, heroes, and some other like pianos, photos. Okay, we could either add s or es, but es is more common for the following nouns such as buffalo, mosquito, tornado, volcano. There are other 13 nouns ending in f or fe, then we have to change it to bes, such as calf, elf, half, knife, neath, life, loaf, self, sheath, shelf, thief, wife, wolf. Change it to calves, elves, and knives. And there's some irregular plural form, which means the noun will change completely different spelling, not just adding s or es. For example, child become children, food become feet, and other like men, mice, people, teeth, and women. And sometimes the nouns in plural form or singular form, they are actually using the same spelling. For example, aircraft, deer, series, ship, species. And some other nouns, they don't have any singular form. For example, congratulations, clothes, contents, funds, goods, groceries, surroundings. Many objects, they have 2 parts, they are plural. For example, some objects that have 2 parts, they mostly are plurals. For example, binoculars, glasses, jeans, scissors, pens, etc. And irregular plural nouns. And with no singular form, we use plural verb with that. For example, the cattle were grazing in the field, or the police are investigating the crime. Then how about uncountable nouns? Let's take a look together. Uncountable nouns refer to abstract things such as feeling, quality, substances. And they can't count with numbers. And these nouns do not have plural form as well. We do not use any indefinite article like a or an, or numbers with them. However, we could use definite article the, and other terminals. For example, my information, any news, these advice with uncountable nouns. When using uncountable nouns in a sentence, it is very important to use singular verbs to agree with the noun. For example, your new furniture looks lovely. That information was very useful. Then the next one we are going to talk about is some nouns that could be countable and uncountable. Let's get started. Some nouns in English, they could be either countable or uncountable. Depends on the situation we are using it. For example, furniture is an uncountable noun, and it has a general meaning. But if we want to be more specific, we could use the other countable nouns such as sofa, table, chair. Other like accommodation, advice, knowledge, information, luggage, money, stationery, time, travel, work. They are all uncountable, but in some situation, they could be a countable noun. Let's take a look. Knowledge is considered to be an uncountable noun in English, and refers to abstract concept, rather specific countable item. However, there are some situations that we could use the word knowledge as a countable noun, with an article a or an, such as I gain a new knowledge of grammar. In this case, knowledge is being used to refer to a specific pieces or types of knowledge. Accommodation is also an uncountable noun in English, referring to a general concept of a place to stay or live. However, you will sometimes hear plural accommodation in American English, referring to specific units or instances of accommodation. For example, we booked 2 accommodations for our trip to the beach. Some color blue. Some nouns, they could be either using as countable or uncountable to represent a general idea when they are having an uncountable noun, or when they are representing some very specific idea, then they will be countable noun. Let's take a look. Uncountable. I don't have much time, experience, life, thought, coffee, fruit. They could be uncountable when they are referring to some general meaning, but it will be more specific if they're using as a countable noun. For example, I go to gym 3 times, or burning house was a frightening experience. Grandfather had an interesting life. That's a scary thought. 2 coffees, please. A kiwi fruit is full of vitamin C. It will be very important to understand the different usage of the countable and uncountable nouns when we are referring to a color blue. Alright, that's all about nouns. Like this video and subscribe our channel. See you next time. Goodbye.